they will remember you, and not for a good reason. So Aseel is an auntie for a second time. She's just turned auntie for a second time. So guys, I think that's a wonderful news to hear. I think let's give her a congratulations. That's wonderful. Because the second time I became an uncle, my sister was like, I was really hoping for a girl and we got a boy again. And their biggest concern was that two boys will fight a lot, and that concern has proven to be spectacularly true. So I think hopefully Asil has been more luckier in that regard. She's presently in Kuwait, but hopes to return to Egypt someday, where she's originally from, which means she's proved that there is more to Egypt than just the pyramids. And she volunteers in preschool, I think, which is insane because she voluntarily takes on screaming children. So I think she's perfect for the role of the Speaker of the House in the Egyptian Parliament. And I'll call her on and I would like her to answer the question, what have you achieved so far this year? But she can maybe address that in her act itself. It would be great if you can start with what have you achieved so far this year. So guys, with a huge round of applause, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Let's hear it for our first act of the night, Aseel.
Thank you. And actually, I became auntie the third time. Actually, fourth. Sorry, fourth.
Wow.
So I begin my speech, or should I answer? Should I answer your question?
Yeah, please answer the question. What have you achieved so far this year?
Well, you say that I volunteer with screaming kids, and I assure you, it's not all about screaming kids. It's about playing with them, reading them a story, and watch them sleep like a little baby. They look so adorable. I prefer to focus on the positive than the negative. And so far, I managed to get a second place in club contest and made it to area, and hopefully I can make it further than area.
Congratulations.
So am I up now?
Yes, you're on. Go for it.
Just a second. Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon. It's actually afternoon in my time. Reflect on 2025. How fast that the time goes. You know, it happens every year. Every time we have fun, enjoy life, and then suddenly the year packs up and goes away, sending out a new year. They always pack up and go. Where does the time go? So sneaky. It always packs and goes away. Now let me sit down and reflect on my year 2025. When I think about it, I think about my summer vacation, or should I say, my mission. As he mentioned, I became an auntie again. So I decided to pack my things, pack all my auntie duties, and all of my stuff for Auntie Love spoiling my little nieces and hit the road. And I try not to think about that I'm actually going on a mission. That I'm going to be helping her taking care of the baby. And some of you already know what that means. When I first arrived, all of the family was here. My sister, my brother-in-law, and her nieces, and her carrying my baby nephew inside her little big body. I remember my nieces when they were just babies. They were so tiny, but now they're in the age of KG. So when I lift my second niece, it feels like, oh, did she grow up so fast? Last year I used to carry her, but now I try to use both of my hands to carry her. You know what she told me? Hold me tight. Hold me right. A 3-year-old telling me to hold her tight. She's 3. I don't have a baby doll, so this is the only thing I can use. Yeah, the day we brought my little nephew home, we were all in the hospital, and the nurse was carrying him, taking him to my sister. We each took turns holding him. Even though he was a newborn baby, he understood he had two older sisters. He was all wide eyes. You know, you get the shock of your life of the realization. He understood he's not the firstborn. He has two sisters to boss him around. Two girls. I'm saying girls. Going to be the boss of him. Well, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye. Good night's sleep. Goodbye, peace of peace and quiet. Goodbye, relaxation. Hello, crying baby. Dirty diapers. And cut off sleep. Crying for attention 24/7. You know what they say? Sleeping like a baby. My nieces adores their new brother. They miss him so much that sometimes they can give him a little nudge so he can wake up from his nap. Same routine every day. Why did you wake him up? We miss him. We love him. Why did you wake him? We love him. Why did you wake him? We miss him, Mommy. And it goes on and on and on. Well, it's our loss. We have to deal with an angry baby just got woken up from his nap. Not all that. You know what children means? Birthday parties. Going to attend celebration, dance all night, and eat yummy food and cake. You know, party party games where kids play games. My nieces were playing something similar to Simon Says. My second niece, Maya, likes to be called Moi Moi. When she loved the game, he would go like, "What's your name?" Moi Moi. The audience laugh because they know it's her nickname. They all kept saying, "Her name's Maya! Her name's Maya!" Sisters share each other. They trust each other, you know. Do any of you share a secret with your siblings? So my older niece told Maya something that happened in preschool. She got into little trouble and got time out. Maya was all like, "My sister got time out in preschool." What she announced, it's like she was announcing it. We're in the car. It's like she's announcing it all over the world. You know how sometimes aunties, the nieces looks more like their aunties? Well, lately because I look a bit each other, her friend thinks I'm their mother. So whenever she sees me, she says, "That's not my mommy. That's not my mommy." She's at home. If you're gonna tell people I'm not their mommy, at least tell them what am I. You know how to say auntie. All right, everybody, pack your bags. We're going to Sharm. Get ready to go at 7 a.m. sharp. That's right, 7 and 8. 7 a.m. We started packing our bags. Come on, everybody, get ready. Swimsuits, that's the important thing. Sunscreen, some clothes, dresses. Get ready, everyone. We have to wake up at 6. Get up, everybody, get up. Get up, get up. We have to leave right now. We grabbed coffee and hit the road. You know, in hotels, they don't have kitchen. So we go down to buffet, breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the same restaurant. And there was no washing machine. To save money, we had to wash with our hands. My hands are so tired from washing the clothes. It's so tired. But hey, at least I get to relax in the pool from afternoon till evening. Swimming in the pool, relaxing, getting a suntan. Just relax and enjoy. And there's actually a place where you can get pizza, shawarma, or burger by the pool instead of grabbing lunch from the restaurant. And for breakfast, you get up super early. But it's worth it because we get to eat pancakes. Anyone who's a fan of pancake will understand. And waffles. So many yummy food. Those who are a fan of pancake and waffle will understand what saying. And at dinner, we go. The girls, my nieces, would dance to the nice music for children. We have dinner, and then we get the disco on. We grab our dancing shoes and dance after the dinner. That's it. Could you take your nieces and go meet us at the restaurant? We have to get ready. Okay, I will take them to the restaurant. Piece of cake. Anyone want some? Except it's not as easy as I thought. They get a bit exciting. After they did a little children dancing, they wouldn't sit still. I mean, they would run. Take me to the bathroom. Mine was all like, stop grabbing my hand. You don't want me grabbing your hand? Don't run away. You didn't pack your bags to run away. You know what living in a big family means? All the food gets wiped out. Sometimes you come home looking for a leftover and you discover that it's all gone. Leftover chicken, leftover burger, rice. We make food that is enough for the all of us. We have shared a portion, except we want more. We want more cake. We want more chips. We want more candy. And even if you try to hide it, all gone. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my mission has been complete. Time to pack my stuff and go back to my mom. So I packed my bags, got my passport ready, got the tickets ready, had a very yummy breakfast, charged my phone, heading out to the door. I almost forgot my luggage. I almost went to the airport without my bags. How do you go back your country back without them? I mean, I got my important documents. I had a good breakfast. I charged my phone. I almost forgot the bags. Well, my mission is complete. Time for Aseel to leave the building. And I will be back, hopefully by the time that they're older, and no more dirty diapers and no more screaming. Okay, I do tolerate it. I can't help it. I just love them so much. You ignore the negative parts and you focus on the positive. What can I say? Call me crazy, but I actually find it enjoyable. I actually find it positive. Even when I volunteer in preschool, I enjoy the positive. Even if I have to run after kids or drink with a little cry, but at least when they cry, I get to hold them in my arms and comfort them and tell them everything's going to be okay, sweetie. Don't cry. There you have it. This are my reflect on 2025. See you next time to reflect on 2026, which I know it's going to pack its bags and hit the road. Over to you.
Guys, I think let's have a huge round of applause for Aseel. That was amazing. She especially spent the last 2 minutes basically roasting me, is what the end of the act was. So yes, I think I have to, as the host, I have to take it in good humor. Definitely, I have no other option. And as I can see in the chat, it's like, yeah, you really love kids, Aseel. Well done. I adore kids. I think they are a great concept. Is what has been my experience. But I'm glad that because there's so many things that she mentioned in her act. I think one was, I think I would love to randomly introduce people just randomly on the street and go, "Yep, that's not my mother." That's it, with no context whatsoever. I think that would be an amazing thing to do. Just completely throw people off, introduce them as not my mother. That's it. I mean, there's a show that could be just called How I Met Not Your Mother. That would be something I'd have to do. So many things that she covered. In fact, I must mention we have been through so many shows together, but this is the first time we actually had a stand-up comedian standing up and performing. None of us have done that. So, guys, I think Asil deserves another round of applause for taking the art form seriously enough to actually stand up even in an online show. I think that's something that's really great. And I think AI Chan is saying she didn't show her Prada all the way with her bag at the end. Well, that's good because I would feel bad. I can't afford either of them. So I'm glad she didn't make me feel poor by showing those bags at the end. And also, I think she mentioned something about siblings. I think sibling rivalry is a very common thing. Like one of the things I did for my older sister is, as a child, I hacked her Hotmail password, and I confessed that after 20 years. So she was very angry about it, and she was so angry I decided to hack her Gmail password.
Get Be
I'll
careful, she
let
might
you.
get back at you for it.
Yeah, she will, because she has two. My nephews will be there, and one of them is a genius. He might hack my machine. In fact, he's very much into robotics. For all you know, I wake up one day and find that my laptop is trying to strangle me to death. Anything is possible. Also, I think Roshan has disappeared. I wanted to ask him about his background because I thought it's very interesting. Hi, Roshan. I just wanted to ask about your background. What exactly is happening over there? Tell us more about that.
I'm Roshan Kutangal. I'm from
Yeah.
Dubai.
Okay.
Uh, I work as a quality engineer in a construction company.
Okay.
We do mostly the underground part like piling, diaphragm wall like that. So once we make the structure, finish our work, we cannot see because it will be underground.
Well, if you're from India, you would know that a lot of the underground of India also stays in Dubai. So Roshan knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, they're the people who determine the results of the cricket matches, and sports in India are not determined by the players, but often they are determined in Dubai. So you just do well to keep that in care next time you visit Dubai. But Roshan, tell me about your background also, your virtual background. Why did you choose this one?
I'm a part of ACAF Toastmasters in Dubai.
Okay,
Um,
nice.
and I like humor. From my childhood, I try to be humorous person. It was for catching the girls' attention, but still I like to be in a humor way, so everyone around us feel be comfortable.
That is the most honest confession I've ever heard from any audience member. I think, like, guys, everything we do comes down to that, right? Like humor to attract women. There's some idiot who's learning to play the guitar. Then some guy who takes it to the next level. I will play guitar and do. Don't we all the comedians hate that guy who brings the guitar on stage and does jokes along with it? I think Silvi, I want to do that today. So like it feels like an unfair advantage, like you're not even trying to attract girls like we are. I'm like, why are you taking away what little we can manage? But this is such an honest confession, to hear that. And on the note of that honest confession, I think I'd like to bring on our next artist. So if you're ready, now, what can I say about him? We got a very interesting introduction. Says he's funnier than Sylvia Plath, younger than the Iliads, which is really young, sexier than Donald Trump, which is really sexy, as I can imagine. I mean,
You can see.
missing Suraj, of course, today, but yes, sexier than Donald Trump. And I think there's a lot that says a lot. I leave the audience to imagine that, and you can either feel good about it or curse me later for leaving you with that image in your heads.
Feel good.
There's my career spans over 3 jokes, which is more than the number of dates I've been on. So I think that's pretty good. He says I'm a British stand-up who came to Italy for 1 year 20 years ago. Now, as an Indian, I'm supposed to understand the mathematics of that, but I'm a disgrace to my race, so I'm sorry. He says,
That's
I
all right.
enjoy acting, stand-upping, and writing and performing sketches, and currently run Farm Comedy, which, guys, this is really important. It's Rome's only English open mic comedy
Mhm.
show. I think that's brilliant, to have an English. I know
Yeah,
what
I counted twice.
twice, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, they say Rome wasn't built in a day, but his jokes will take 7 minutes to destroy it.
It takes time. It takes time, yeah. But it's worth
In
it.
fact, I've been reading The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli, and it talks about how many
Crap.
Roman emperors were killed because they were too nice. Luckily, we don't have to worry about that with Michael's comedy, right? Ladies and gentlemen, with a
You've
huge
been.
round of applause,
Oh,
please,
thanks.
please join me in welcoming Michael. And Michael, if you can start with what have you achieved this year, that would be awesome. Let's hear from
Thank you. Yeah, well, that's great. Yeah, thanks for that. How you doing? You doing all right? Yeah,
We do
yeah,
good.
that's the level of energy I want to maintain. Yeah, let's keep that going. How you doing? All right?
Yep.
Yeah. You think I care? So what have I achieved this year? That's it, I think. In the words of Kafka, absolutely fuck all. No, that's not fair. Actually, I have achieved one thing, and I want to confess this to you. It's a bit embarrassing, but I think we're developing a bit of warmth here. And after 25 years of struggling against alcoholism, I've finally given up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I've given up struggling and started to enjoy it instead, because alcohol is fucking brilliant. And if you don't agree, you can fuck off right now, because it's the only bit of pleasure that we have left, isn't it? You know, people say to me, Michael, do you remember the first time you were drunk? I say, no, I was drunk. Don't remember fuck all, you know. Yeah. The thing about becoming an alcoholic is you don't realize it's happening to you. You're too pissed. It's great. But there is one problem with drinking, and I'm sure any other guy has been through this. Roshan, you were saying how you like to attract the ladies, and so you've probably had this experience. You know, you go out with someone who is not attractive. You know, I mean unattractive. I mean the sort of person the elephant man would turn down. You know what I mean? But what happens? You have a bit to drink, and you think, yeah, maybe, you know, exactly. That's exactly what I'm coming to. You have a bit more to drink, and you think, yeah, you know, maybe in this light, this atmosphere, you know what I mean? And after 48 pints of vodka, you can't help it, can you? You go home, you have sex all night, and you feel great. But then you wake up the next morning and you go, oh, Jesus Christ, you know? Oh my God. And that is why I stopped going to the pub with my dad. That was 6 months ago. My asshole is still burning. So is his, but I didn't want to boast, you know? Because I read, actually, talking about alcoholism, and the best way to stop a guy from drinking, this is absolutely true, is you got to say that alcohol causes impotence. This is true. And this is the best way to stop a man drinking, which I think is great because it sums up the priorities of every man, including myself, you know? It's like alcohol, you spend all your money. Yeah, but it's great. You make a fool out of yourself. Yeah, but it's great. It destroys your brain cells. Yeah, but it's still great. All right, all right. If you continue drinking, you may never again masturbate to the Spice Girls Say You Will Be There videos. Oh my God. This is serious, you know. Got to do something about this. But I mentioned the Spice Girls there, and I know, no, I have been asked to stop talking about the Spice Girls. I've had this for years now. It's like, Mike, please shut up about the Spice Girls. And I say, fine, if that's what you want. What you really, really want. To stop right now, thank you very much. Then goodbye, my friend. Because too much of one thing is bad enough. I've got 7 hours of this shit, so you better start laughing now. Actually, that was nice. I just got, yeah, the Spice Girls, yeah. It's like, what is the difference between what's the difference between the Spice Girls and my mother's legs? The Spice Girls occasionally get back together. Yeah. What's the difference between my mother's living room and my mother's vagina? You take your shoes off before you enter her living room. Now, no, seriously, I'm glad you're laughing there, because I was doing this stuff the other night and I didn't know, but my dad was in the audience. And no, seriously, he was really cool about it. After the show, he comes up to me and he says, Mike, I know you're just joking, but next time, can you please not make any more jokes about the Spice Girls? Religion's a tough one, you know that. What I thought was great was last year, Melanie C from the Spice Girls. She was the one that could sing. In fact, Melanie C said a while ago, she said, when I listen back to the Spice Girls, I burst into tears. Come on, love, you weren't that bad, Interesting fact about the Spice Girls, the first song, Wannabe, at the beginning of that song, you hear a laugh. And most people think that laugh is Melanie B, but it's actually Jerry Halliwell. That's true. Yeah. And that's 28 seconds of your life you are never getting back. I love doing this to people. But I got an interesting comment in the chat just there about David Beckham. Today's interesting fact, Second interesting fact about the Spice Girls, if you spread all these Spice Girls singles ever sold in a long line on the ground, starting at London, you hurt your back. What the fuck was I thinking? I don't know. But that reminds me, Emma Bunton, Baby Spice. Baby Spice. I'm like Pickle. I'm on a roll. Baby Spice. She was the last every priest's favorite Spice Girl, but we're not going to go there. It's a family show. Emma Bunton was actually the last person to join the Spice Girls. She was a replacement for a young lady called Michelle Stevenson. Now, Michelle Stevenson just wasn't fitting in with the Spice Girls. Sure, she was a great singer, a great songwriter, a great dancer, which is probably why she wasn't fitting in with the fucking Spice Girls. But seriously, I got a little heckle there in the chat, and it was about David Beckham. Now, David Beckham is actually suing over intellectual property. And this is the first time the words David Beckham and intellectual have ever been used in the same sentence. But no, it is cool because David Beckham got a knighthood recently, which I thought was brilliant. I'd like to think that if I could give out knighthoods, I'd give it to somebody who lost a limb in the war or found a cure for cancer, or sent food to the third world. But apparently David Beckham is doing a good job, which I think is absolutely wonderful. But that reminds me, because I was talking about Melanie C, Sporty Spice, and Mel C was actually at Glastonbury Festival this year. Anyone been to Glastonbury here? That's the energy I expect from people who go to Glastonbury. Let's keep that going. And Glastonbury Festival, this is absolutely true. Paul McCartney, you're not missing much, don't worry. It's worse than my act, seriously. Oh, I got a laugh. Thank you. That's 3 more than usual. No, but seriously, Paul McCartney from the Beatles. This is Wikipedia, like Paul McCartney from the Beatles. In France, they eat French food. I love Wikipedia. No, seriously, Paul McCartney from the Beatles was photographed next to Melanie C from the Spice Girls. Right. Now, even I thought that was a bit ridiculous, like a Beatle. A fucking Beatle. A Beatle next to a Spice Girl. I mean, that is just crazy, Member of the most important, influential, monumental band of all time, standing next to, and if you don't know where this is going, you're fucked. So I'm going to piss off now. Don't worry. I think you've suffered enough. I'm just going to share a little interesting fact about the Beatles. This is absolutely true. Several years ago, Ringo from the Beatles did a concert here in Rome. And I was thinking of seeing him because I've never seen a Beatle live. Right? Never. And then I thought, it's probably better to die without seeing any Beatle as opposed to just Ringo. You know what I mean? I mean, like I could just imagine, like, you know, my great grandchildren sitting on my knee listening to the Beatles, saying this is great, and I say, oh yeah, the Beatles, and I don't want to boast, but I have actually seen a Beatle live. So, oh my God, you've seen a Beatle live? That is so cool. Which one? Well, you know, it doesn't matter which one does it. It's the principle of the thing. Oh, fuck off, Grandad. He doesn't count. Anyway, that's enough from me. You've suffered enough. You have been mediocre as usual. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the year. Cheers.
Guys, let's hear it for Michael Monkhouse.
Don't exaggerate.
I didn't call you a monk.
Good. People call me lots of things, believe me. Been called far worse than that in my life.
But there were so many interesting things, you know, like, I mean, when he spoke about alcohol.
Today's interesting fact. Yeah.
I don't know if you remember when COVID came, there was this thing that if you have COVID, you can get impotence as a man. And I just realized, so I lost a close friend to COVID, you know, one of the guys, and I inherited his collection of porn. That's all I got out of it. And thanks to that, I can confirm that COVID does not cause impotence. So I think that's the greatest gift my friend could have left me. I think that's the kind of gift that only a man can leave another man. As you can
out of someone's suffering, someone else's happiness can come. Not only happiness, apparently.
It was literally a happy ending, as you can say. Guys, I could call on our next act. Just before I do that, I guess I want to say it's been interesting. I've been seeing so many people responding in the chat. I've seen AI Chan being very, very active because, you know, when Michael spoke about intellectual property, I guess that's the thing that's in India also. Many celebrities are getting protection for their images and their AI images. As she's saying in Lorna, we have a saying in Afrikaans, which is my second language. The one's death is the other's bread. Wow. Okay, that's some. I think I'm going to save this and use it at a Toastmaster speech somewhere, in some context for sure. And I'm just saying that if somebody wants to use my AI image and use it in the next show, it is possible. The AI image is funnier than I am, so please don't do that because I'll get literally replaced by myself. That'll be the worst thing that can happen. And I think it's time now to call on our final act. So I think she has a very, very interesting introduction. Silvi received a full ride scholarship from the Australian government to do postgraduate study in horticulture. So if you like her act, you can throw flowers on the stage, guys. I'm just saying. But that's not why she's here today. Silvi stumbled onto the comedy scene after being dared by a friend, which is how I almost got married. But that's a story for maybe when I'm doing an act one of these days. I'll get into that horrifying moment of my life. But coming back to Silvi, from those humble beginnings, she has become a standout presence worldwide, wooing crowds across Asia, Australia, Canada, and the United States. So that's quite a geographical coverage there. I think brilliantly done. Shockingly real life anecdotes combined with a black and blue comedy style results in a bruising performance. I think that the introduction itself is beautiful poetry. I love the way it's been described. It's leaving audiences laughing and allowing her to receive an honorable mention audience choice winner in the 2025 Atlanta Audio Fringe Festival. Very important, guys, for her audio show, Dishonor on Your Cow, which typically sounds like a very Hindu Indian insult, like dishonor on your cow for insulting my cooking. I can totally imagine an Indian shouting. But you'll be surprised at the life lessons you might learn from what Sylvie calls her hysterical personal tragedies, or as they say, my love life. Guys, on a huge round of applause, please welcome our final and headliner act for the day. Come on, guys, let's do this, let's do this, let's bring it up. Let's hear our final and headliner act of the night, the lovely Sylvie Santoso.
Yay! Yeah, I just want to give you a warning because I'm now in a small island called Sumbawa. It's It's not Bali. Next to Bali is Lombok, and then this one is Sumba and then Sumbawa. I think around that. So I'm in my aunt place, and there is a mosque just across the house, and over here the mosque has a loudspeaker. That's it. I will not tell you any more about that. That's it. And yeah, it's very informative. I can say it that way about the prayers times, especially. So yeah, I have a good time listening to the first and the second. I think I have problem with my brain, but it's Ashil as yeah, okay. And then the Michaels. I still remember about my babies. They're not babies anymore. My kids are in the 20s now, but I still remember how they were small and beautiful and not talking. Yeah, I they talk too much now, and they talk to me. I mean, they talk back to me. So and they run. See that? And that's it. Yeah. So I remember that I breastfed all of those babies, my babies. I mean, not everybody's babies, and sometimes the fathers. I know. Yeah, so and yeah, I just want to be honest. Yeah. So not together, not together. It's a bit difficult if it is together. And then one times I have to leave the babies at home and let my husband at that time to take care of the baby to put them to sleep, like one of them. But this is our first born as my son, and I came home and I thought everybody is asleep because the lights in the room are dark. And but when I opened the door, I saw my husband was there behind the door, with the babies, like trying to rock the babies to sleep. But he was kind of wearing my bra. And I said, "Why you're wearing my bra?" Because he said like because you have the boobs and everything, so the baby will feel that I have a boobs. And I said like, I'm not sure that's how it is. I'm not sure if he really think about that, or he is actually is trans. I don't know. But I just kept thinking about that, like, because he felt so comfortable actually. Like I was like, oh, I don't know. And I grew up poor. And I'm still am. But I never had a problem with alcohol. Actually, I never drunk even now. It's just because I don't have money to buy alcohol, and I'm too scared with my dad to go home too late. Even when I was in Canada and I live in my home with my dad, and when I every time I uh, came home late from the show, like like comedy shows sometimes start at 8:30, and then you have to be home like by 11 or something. And my dad will say like, "What's happened? Why you went home so late? It's not nice." I said like, "Dad, I'm 50 and this is my home. You are living with me." But I think, yeah, for my dad, is I'm always um, have no brain, not the other things. So yeah, it's the New Year's is again coming. So I will just play this thing for a bit. I also didn't. I'm kind of a bit jealous of a man, of every man actually, because they have a very like one like goals for every things that they do. Like I mean, to get girls' attention. I don't have that. I just think like to get any attention. Like I don't care. Like I mean, so playing the ukulele is the same. It's like any things. If anybody can give me attention, I'm good. New Year's again. It comes so fast. 2025. It's almost the past. A whole New Year's waiting for us. What should we do? The best is could be 2025 drifting away, and all we are here alive. That's all. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Tell me more, tell me more. Will you exercise more? Tell me more, tell me more. Will you travel to Africa? I think Africa is better than USA because at least you go to Africa and USA you don't. Tell me more, tell me more. Will you try enough? I don't know. That one is a bit a lot, but you don't have to tell me. I don't want to know. Yeah. Um, Actually, this year has been a lot of things happening. The one things that I know for sure is like can persuade it. I persuaded my three kids to come with me to Indonesia, despite their fears of bugs. They're afraid of everything that fly, walk, and small. So I'm good. Yeah, they're. And the problem with that is like even they're afraid of ants. And I told them like we have ants in Indonesia, and they said like can we not going to places that has ants? I said like no, you cannot because they're the native in Indonesia. And they asked about the mosquito. Like, is the mosquito coming like 8 o'clock at night? I said, like, no, they're not coming at 8 o'clock. Way before that, I said. So I really make them very scared. So I don't need to bring them here because it's cost a lot of money. So now they come here because two of them can work. So I can say to them like, you have to pay your own. So that's good. Yeah. It's not easy to have them here. They always complain to me that it's everything is hot. I mean, the weather, not the people. But my kids also got a lot of people looking at them and say, "Oh, you're so pretty and so pretty," and they thought that my kids are my mom's daughters and what you call that, son. And I said, yeah, that's okay. I'm younger than you guys. I'm also my mom's kids. That's okay. I have no complaint with that. Um, we try everything that I could, and they only have a diarrhea after 2 weeks. So I said, like, that's about time, about times. So that's good. Um, so they kind of spend the last week staying closer to the toilet. So I'm good. And we also met with my ex family. So that's a bit weird, yeah. Because my ex usually didn't want me to go with them to meet their families, and I said like I'm okay with that. Like, the kids can go with your family. I can just go with my friends shopping. I don't mind. So that's what's happened. They go with those things. And my kids are very passionate with shopping here because of the difference in um, the course, the rates. So they're happy to shop everywhere. I am not. Because I cannot say like don't shop here because it's expensive. That's what I did usually when they want to shop in Canada, because here is cheap, so I cannot say that. Um, and they got money from the families as well. The family never give me money to give them, but I think the family knows because I didn't give my kids enough money. I'm just continuing the tradition because my mom and my dad didn't give me enough money. So this is my I will just give you a little bit of another song now. It's about my wish for Santa. Santa Daddy, just drop a helper under the tree for me. Been a big mom, Santa Daddy. So take me out to dinner tonight. Santa Daddy, a good night's sleep without worry, like babies. So I woke up happily, Santa Daddy, and make me be able to dance tonight. How many times I got dismissed? Think of family and friend that I have missed. No other choice, just to be good. Even when others misunderstood. Badam, badam, Santa baby, I need your help to pay off my debt. Not buying a jet. I don't have a place for them to park. It's hard to get our needs met. Santa daddy, and take me watch the northern light tonight. Any Santa daddy over there? Yay. So I'm also went to Australia for a kind of a tour for my second show, the recorded shows. I did a show. The Dishonor on Your Cow is a show that I submitted to Atlanta, and this one is a new show about living with invisible disability. So I have sometimes between the shows to do as I wish. But the problem is like I don't have a lot of money, and one person that told me that will be with me, I will be with you when you are. I will help you with doing marketing when you are in Australia. Um, Not there anymore. She was away for works, and I just left me there. So I was like, and I already bought my stuff to go to Australia. I cannot cancel it. Now it's too late to cancel. So what I did is like I just live. I stay in the Airbnb. Some Airbnb is normal, some was not. One time I'll stay in the Airbnb and it said like you are in a room and all the stuff, but apparently it's not really a room because it's just like you stay in the living room with a divider, and I said like you don't have door. I said yeah, no. but nobody will see it because you have a divider. So like, oops. I don't know about that. So, and then the second time is I thought it was I make sure that I have a room with a lock. And they said like there is a two bed in the room, and then I said okay, so we will share with somebody. Okay, I said I thought it will be sharing with somebody that at least the same gender. It was not. The first night I was there, I got an Australian that is almost as tall as the door and huge and very stinky. I I had difficulties sleeping without the fan. So I turned on the fan the whole night because it's very smelly. I'm not saying that the Australian is smelly, but that particular Australian is smelly. And they also only have one washroom, and it was so difficult when I have an yeah, I have a IBS. So if I need to pee or poop, I need it right now. So I was just really holding it, and I just, oh my God. Yeah. And, I stay with that guys for 3 nights. I don't know what he thinks about me, but I think we snore together. I had difficulties to hold. That's what I just said to you. Like with all of these things, with everything that happened with my body, no. And my last night, I have somebody from Japan. It's like as young as my youngest kid. I was like, oh goodness, I'm with maybe become my my son-in-law sometimes. I don't know. And yeah, here we are sleeping together in one room. I sounds like Donald Trump. Oh goodness. Yeah. So and then one times I went to a place and it said that it has everything there like the cows and everything, but there's no place for um the washroom is outside. And then you have to go out of your room to go to the washroom. And then after that, after I know that I'm okay with doing all of those things, the next time I just rent a car and then stay in like a farm or something, like the $20 a night. So like yeah, okay, rather than staying with somebody that I don't know, rather than maybe somebody that I cannot see is okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's almost time for me to go, but this is another song for you guys. Um, I was good. I was gold before the accident unfolded. Great career, best planned future, everything got altered. I didn't like the new me. Can always control my body or my fluid from my body. Started to cry, but then remember I can shop after hours. Reschedule what I planned. Even often cancel shower. Feel my own smell. I can stand. Although I'm not too good at walking, I have a cane and hands. But if I love me more now than any times, can love me better, baby? Can it be better? Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you enjoy the whatever it is. Some of them is very new, so thank you.
I think that was quite a journey of storytelling, comedy, music. So I think she pretty much touched on everything. I'm not entirely sure, but I think Santa Daddy was one of the titles on my friend's porno CD.
Oh,
Not sure. So maybe that was one of the things. And yeah, I think I agree with Lorna about not sharing rooms. I don't think that's something that I can do. Just not my thing.
hey, when you have no money,
I'll stay in an even cheaper place. Like, like I'll stay in a slum if I have to, but I'm not sharing rooms here. And I think Lorna, when you're talking about ants, is also written in the chat. We have ants too. They are called ball biters. And I just want to ask Lorna, where did you meet my ex-girlfriends? You
What did you
guys,
say, Vikram?
I said, where did you meet my ex-girlfriends?
I don't
None of
know.
the show. Yes. And then I wonder why none of them ever turn up. But yeah, guys, we've come to the end of the show. It's been a great evening. I mean, or afternoon, or whatever the time zone is for different people out there. Lorna, is it okay if I have a quick chat with the audience before I hand over to you? Do we have
Go ahead,
time for
go
that?
ahead. Short, but go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Roshan, like, how did you find the show? Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, the show was good. It was entertainment. We have singings, we have jokes from Michael, and your presentation, Vikram, is very good. We heard Aseel uh, talking about her nephews and everything. It was good, and Chan had sending lot of messages to support. Laura is a great, yeah.
Thank you. That's so nice to hear. And yeah, AI is Chan is like one of those good AI, like, yes, I will help support you human beings in your endeavor to be funny, which, I mean, the only sad thing about AI is that it can't laugh. It can make jokes, it can do all of that. Like, the sad part is it can take the jobs of comedians, but it cannot take the job of the audience, which I think is very unfair. Like, just in fact, on that note, AI Chan, how did you find the show? Did you have a good time? Because I think you did, because the number of messages that I've seen from you in the chat. Are you there, AI Chan? Wow, I think we.
Definitely. All the different comedians. Yeah. Michael, I learned Spice Girls my whole lifetime, from his talk. I
Good.
never known about all this.
Very important.
Or whatever. and Silvi with her ukulele jokes and all that. So it's so refreshing for the upcoming Christmas ahead. Yeah. So he didn't come on. Yeah. But he put so many emojis of laughter in there. Yeah. So he's also another good comedian. Yeah. So wait for the next ET, the new movie. But Steven, all right, thank you.
No, that's so great. In fact, I think Spicy Girls was also one of the titles on my friend's porn CD. It is entirely possible. I think I have to thank my friend a lot now.
With your
I,
free hand, yeah.
now I'm imagining him being there. Thank you, Michael. I don't think I can masturbate ever again.
You can, don't worry, you can.
I think he's watching.
Put your mind to it. You will succeed.
But guys, it's been great. Also, if any of the artists want to share their Instagram handles or anything that you want to plug, I'm sharing mine in the thing. You can share yours as well. Michael, Silvi, please go ahead and share your social media handles. And over to you, Lorna, for closing out the show, announcements, or anything else that you say. IT, I forgot to say hi to you today. Sorry, it's been one of those crazy ass shows, but I'm sure you enjoyed your time as well in the audience. And I leave it to you, Lorna, if you want to have a chat with ET. I think.
Thank
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for coming, and we are recording in case you want a copy for your own records. And to everyone who has performed today, thank you so much for entertaining us. I was laughing so much I had to put the microphone off a couple of times because that was my ugly laugh. And now I also have some titles, porn titles I can go look up just in case.
It's been worth it.
Just in case I do. Yeah, it will be. And I'm going to look for the Spicy Girls one first. Yeah, and thanks, Michael. I was thoroughly entertained. Now I know the Spice Girls so much better.
Good.
And maybe that's going to help me somewhere in my life.
My life has not been completely wasted, so thank you.
I'm so happy to have, validated your life. And our next show is on the 14th of December. That will be our last. And we have quite a few surprises. And we are also launching our service from that day. And you will learn more about it in the Performance WhatsApp group. And please bring along newbies. Let's get those who want to do comedy, get them also started on this platform. But thank you so much. And I'm sorry for not showing my face. The minute I do, I get logged off Zoom for some reason. Zoom is against me. But I'm going to put for Rashawn and others who might not have my details, please just check the chat. I hope I can remember my phone number, my WhatsApp number. Oh, there it is. Yeah, and the others have shared their contact details, Silvi, Vikram, and Michael from Comedy Club. But if you link to me on this number, I can link you to the WhatsApp group where everybody is already, in case you don't get a chance to write it out. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you on the 14th of December. Bye-bye.
All right, you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Ciao.
Bye, Vikram.
Bye.
Are you still there? You want to chat quickly?
Yeah, sure, we can.
Okay. Okay, then. Bye, Al. Bye, Aseel.